By a show of hands, how many people in the audience carry homeowners insurance? It's a lot of people, right? Another show of hands, how many people in the audience are parents? Keep your hands up if you're parents. And then keep your hands up still if you're a parent and you're tired. Okay, I didn't see a single hand go down. This is an extraordinary opportunity for everyone here. Every time I see a group like this of parents and teens together, I see a community come together and we talk about really important topics that affect our health and our safety and the health and safety of our teens. This is democracy at work. This is, if any of you in the audience recoil at government and laws and building and more laws in our society, well, this is the way to avoid that. This is really the way for us to govern ourselves, and it's a beautiful thing to have. Our ability as parents to kind of put on blinders and say, well, I didn't know. How was I to know that there was a party going on in the basement? I was up in our master bedroom, which is about a quarter mile away, and I didn't know. I couldn't hear anything. That simply isn't going to work anymore. And what we're seeing and what juries are seeing, and we ask our juries to use common sense, to make reasonable inferences, to use their heads and look at the evidence and see what really, really resonates as making sense. And lawsuits that come out of injuries and losses, and these are children who overdose, who go to the hospital, whose brains are deprived of oxygen and they suffer brain damage. People are being sued. You are being sued. And I asked you about your premises liability insurance earlier. I can almost guarantee that there isn't a single homeowner in this room or a renter or anyone else who has sufficient insurance to cover the loss of a teenage life. So it's not just the criminal liability, which I think we're going to see more litigation of. I think it's going to be pressed more because, as the officer said, the courts are demanding more because we aren't changing our behavior. But the civil litigation is going to hurt. We talk about vigilance, and we talk about the need for vigilance in prevention. And the reason why I asked earlier for parents to raise their hands if you're parents and if you're tired, you should be tired. We're supposed to be tired. Being a parent and being vigilant and paying attention and being on point and asking questions, having those conversations is tiring. It's draining, right? Everybody agree that's draining, right? But it's part of what we do. It's part of what we need to do. And, once they're off in college, once they're done with college, once they're on their own and they seem to be thriving, well, then you can maybe get rid of one or two bags under your eyes. Thanks very much.